Happy New Year from Tennessee. So, I recently got a new watch in, and if you've been around the hobby any amount of time, you're going to recognize this box. Um, so, without further ado, here is the Brookville Calligraphy in this nice pastel blue. Put it on the bracelet. Really like the bracelet on it. Initially, when it came in a couple days ago, I was just wearing it on the F-cam rubber strap that comes with it, which is a nice strap. The fact that this is a 38 millimeter, so dimensions on it are it's a 38 millimeter. It's about 46 millimeters on the lug to lug, and about 11 thick with a Miyota 9 series in it. I didn't really like it as much on the blue rubber, only because it wore kind of small, in my opinion. And I'll switch it out after onto that so you can see it. But there it is on my roughly 7¼ inch wrist. I think it's a great fit, and initially I wasn't sure if I was going to like it or not when I was wearing it on the rubber, but when I put it on the bracelet, I'm liking it, so I think I'll stick around for a little bit. Obviously very familiar kind of design to some degree, like the Arabics at the 12, 3, 6, and 9 on it. One of the things that first drew me to this watch was the crown. It's kind of like, it's almost like that pilot style crown. Neat little add-on there with the jewel kind of matching the font that's on the text. If you watch Mark's videos on these watches, it's it has to do with a pen, dipping your pen in the ink and then writing it on the actual dial itself. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see that on the minute hand, but the minute hand, the counterbalance, the second hand, the counterbalance is like a little pen. So kind of a fun little watch. They customized their rotor on it. It's not coming really in that great there. So they customized the rotor. The thing I appreciate about what Island Watch does, and Mark does, is he's very transparent in his business style. The back of this watch, you can see there, it indicates a Miyota movement in it, sapphire, so it doesn't really hide anything on it. And I think the value you get, I actually was lucky enough to pick this up at used. Somebody in the Discord group I'm in flipped it quick, and he paid the flipper's tax on it. So I basically got it for about 25% off what they're going for, and this is a fairly new release. So closer look at this bracelet here. Mark did a video a little while back, or a couple days ago I should say, where he's going to start doing more with bracelets, and this is a solid, this is a nice offering. I like the style. It articulates well, lays flat. It was pretty easy to size up, and like I said, it really makes the watch wear a little bit bigger too as well. And it's got the quick release here on the back, so like I promised, I'm gonna flip it onto the blue the blue rubber for you quickly, or not so quickly possibly. I was gonna do that off camera because it's a little bit easier. Let's look at that bracelet there. The one thing, I'm trying to figure out how to say this, but I'm contemplating a video on a brand that I've had some issues with, and some of my buddies I've had issues with too as well. And I think when I think about folks' reputation and people keeping to their word in this business, that reputation means a lot. And when you run into companies, and I'm not going to give the company name quite yet, but I'm trying to develop what I want to exactly say about it. But I've had two circumstances where two companies had bad experiences with them, which is pretty good considering how many watches I've bought and companies I've dealt with. And I think us enthusiasts are a tight knit group of people, and I'm still struggling to get this FKM on. My lighting's not good here because I wanted to give you a Loom shot, so bear with me. But I think the need as enthusiasts to kind of keep each other informed about the good and the bad is important. And what I think some brands don't realize is that they're really, really hurting themselves if they're trying to appeal to enthusiasts and have potentially deceptive or shady practices. So they don't realize potentially maybe how close-knit the community is. And I say all that to say that Mark is the opposite of that. I really don't know anybody who's had a bad experience with Mark. He sticks to his word. If you've got an issue, he will resolve it. So really a fun, just really a brand with integrity too as well. And I think I would argue that in terms of what his brand has done for enthusiasts, his channel was one of the first ones that I watched with his watch and learns, and really helped me get into the hobby, and actually bought my first automatic watch from him. So okay, I'm dragging on here. So here it is on the blue FKM, and like I said, I think it wears a little smaller on that, so it'll definitely probably live on the bracelet, but a nice blue FKM strap too as well. So just really a nice package all the way around. And like I said, I'm going to flip it on the back on the bracelet in a little bit. I'm going to give you a Loom shot here and then sign off. But and the cool thing about this too, which Mark points out on the video, is the chapter ring inside. I don't know if I've ever seen this before, but you can see the minute markers on the inside chapter ring there. But as we flip off here, you can also see that they're all fully loomed. So this thing, he did well on this. It's I think great loom, good package, solid watch all the way around. Yeah, probably a little smaller than my preference, so I'm not sure if I'll keep it. But like I said, on the bracelet, it wears pretty well. Wears a little larger, so that'll help. And the color is, I've seen pictures of this, and the color is a little bit different in person. I thought it was a little more muted by some of the pictures, so it's definitely a pastel blue. I don't have anything like this, but again, I love blue, and this is kind of like a silvery, shimmery blue, if that makes sense, the way it presents in person. So it's definitely an interesting dial, and the dial itself is supposed to represent like paper on it. So, but that's it. Kind of rambled on a little bit. This went a little longer than I normally do, but anyway, as always, stay positive, make friends, enjoy the journey. Take care, everybody.